Imagine writing a book about the world's largest luxury ocean liner. You call it Unsinkable. You pack it with wealthy, elite passengers. Then, on a freezing April night in the North Atlantic, it strikes an iceberg and sinks. Because there aren't enough lifeboats, more than half the passengers drown. Sounds like a historical drama about the Titanic, right? Except this book was published in 1898. That is exactly 14 years before the Titanic ever set sail. Welcome back to Literature Literally, where we dive deep into the wildest stories behind your favorite books. Today, we are exploring one of the most chilling literary coincidences in human history. Morgan Robertson's novella, The Wreck of the Titan. Was it an eerie premonition, or just a terrifyingly accurate math problem? Let's find out. In 1898, a struggling American author named Morgan Robertson penned a novella originally titled Futility. The story follows John Rowland, a disgraced naval officer who takes a job on a magnificent new ocean liner. The name of this fictional ship? The Titan. Robertson described the Titan as the largest craft afloat and the greatest of the works of men. He called it a floating palace, packed with the global elite. He also explicitly stated that the ship was deemed unsinkable by its creators and the public alike. In the book, the Titan is making a crossing from New York to Liverpool in the month of April. Traveling at a dangerous speed of 25 knots through the foggy North Atlantic, the ship strikes an iceberg on its starboard side. It capsizes and sinks rapidly. Sound familiar? It gets weirder. If the plot similarities don't give you goosebumps, the technical specifications will. Robertson didn't just guess the vibe of the disaster, he practically drafted the blueprints. Let's look at the numbers. The fictional Titan was 800 feet long. The real Titanic was 882 feet long. The Titan could carry 3,000 passengers. The Titanic had a capacity of around 3,300. Both ships used three massive propellers, and both were capable of reaching speeds around 24 to 25 knots. But the most tragic parallel lies in the safety gear. In Robertson's book, the Titan carried only 24 lifeboats. When the Titanic sank 14 years later, it carried just 20 lifeboats. In both fiction and reality, the lack of lifeboats transformed a mechanical accident into an unprecedented humanitarian catastrophe. Naturally, after April 15, 1912, people went searching for answers. How could a fiction writer predict the future with such surgical precision? Some claimed Robertson was a psychic. Others believed he was cursed. Robertson himself claimed that he wrote the story using a process he called astral influence. But if we step back from the supernatural, a more logical explanation emerges. Robertson wasn't a wizard, he was an experienced sailor. He spent years working as a cabin boy and a merchant seaman. He understood naval architecture, and he closely followed technological trends. Robertson simply looked at the trajectory of maritime engineering and asked a logical question. What happens if we build a ship too big to steer quickly? Fill it with arrogant billionaires and send it into an ice field. He didn't predict the future, he calculated it. Morgan Robertson's book was originally a commercial failure. It was called Futility for a reason. After the Titanic sank, the book was rushed back into print under the title The Wreck of the Titan. Robertson died 3 years after the disaster, forever remembered as the man who saw the iceberg coming. It serves as a powerful reminder that sometimes literature doesn't just reflect our world, it warns us about where we are heading. Arrogance, cutting corners on safety, and trusting blindly in technology are themes that are just as relevant today. If you found this literary mystery as fascinating as I did, hit that like button right now. I want to hear from you in the comments below. Do you think Robertson was genuinely clairvoyant, or was this research? Drop your thoughts down there, and don't forget to subscribe to Literature Literally and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, keep reading, and I'll see you in the next chapter.